So we got the first big romance movie to be releasing in theaters. That's right, in theaters, which brings me to you, starring Lucy Hale and Nate Wolff. What starts off as a simple attraction at a beautiful wedding where they meet, they surprise each other with a hot, sexy, steamy romance that can possibly blossom into sexual passion. However, this is cut short when one of the partners says, "Wait, can we please talk about it? I need some time to think." LOL, which was funny. Will they survive this encounter or never speak to each other ever again? Find out as we talk about it. This movie is directed by Peter Hutchins. Now, if that name sounds familiar to you, it's because he also did another romance movie called The Hating Game, which of course, hint hint, stars Lucy Hale, which I did see last year in the winter, and he also directed another movie which I did see, Can You Keep a Secret? So various romance movies under his belt. I gotta do some housekeeping before I talk about the bones of this review. I am a heterosexual male that loves women, that adores women. I used to go to school to get my psychology degree because I wanted to become a romance relationship therapist. I am a dude. I love romance. I love girls. I want love to succeed. The reason why I say that is because I quit school to become a full-time YouTuber. I want romance to succeed. I will review this movie objectively and critical, but also trying to take off my bias. But still, I want you to know where I'm coming from. And I want love to succeed. I care about love. And a lot of guys get stigmatized about love. We reviewed and I also watched so many romance movies here on this channel, which some of you have subscribed for. So I thank you. I love you. You're amazing. So just letting you know that I want this to succeed. It's just not me bashing on it. It's just not my type of review. Anyways, let's get onto it and let's get on with the movie. So we got the movie, which brings me to you. Let's break down the first two main leads, starting with Lucy Hale. Now, yes, let's get out of the obvious. Lucy Hale is a perfect, gorgeous, beautiful babe. She is literally perfection, and I've been following her career for a while now. I loved her in last year's romance movie, The Story Life of AJ Fickery, Fantasy Island, Truth or Dare, and of course, her breakout hit was Pretty Little Liars. The reason why I found out about this movie is because I follow her on Instagram. She posted a trailer, which I saw 5 seconds. I'm like, Lucy Hale, baby, you don't need to sell me on the movie that you're in. It doesn't matter if it's romance or dramatic or whatever. As long as you're in the movie, I will watch. I will watch you. You're amazing. Trust me. And also, let's talk about the co-main lead, the male, of course. Ladies go first. Nate Wolff, not to be confused with Alex Wolff, with They Are Brothers, and he also does movies. He does kind of like the scary ones. He was in The Hereditary, but he also has multiple romance under his belt. Yeah, some of his film scenography could be a little bit, I don't want to say dated, but they're not as recent as Lucy Hale's. So they meet at this wedding. Everything goes good, right? Well, no. Instead of going on multiple dates like you do normally in real life or in other romance movies, they instead take the time to talk about each other's past in terms of past histories, traumas, relationships, first love, first heartbreak, high school, college, past college, and adult life. But it's not just talking about their past relationships that intrigue them to each other to confront their past demons. They also show up in terms of cinematography in their stories. In various interviews, they quote say they enter each other's flashbacks.
And I understand also that you had a hand in working on some of the scenes yourself.
Well, I had the idea that they enter each other's flashbacks, but my original idea,
which to me was pretty cool because the character is not just getting the story told to them, they're actually experiencing it, feeling it, and seeing what the other person is saying and doing at a specific point in time during their 16s, during their high school days, college, past college, until this point. So to me, it was pretty cool because it's a new, unique, different twist on the genre that we've come to know to love as romance comedy. And yeah, look, some of the stories are quick and fun in the beginning. The movie really does a good job of condensing each other's stories to be like quick minutes of like few minutes of like what happens in the beginning, how did they meet, did they have the heartbreak, if they left or they're one that got left. And I don't want to say anything and spoil it for you, but as the time goes on, they start in the beginning, of course, they're funny, they're comedic, but then it quickly turns into like, wow, it's emotional baggage, there's trauma, sometimes their marriage is involved. It gets very serious and heartbreaking as the movie goes on. Basically, these both characters, from the relationships that you hear and see, because they don't just talk, they actually see, and the movie actually shows you everything that these characters are going through, which was pretty cool because of course in the movie you show, not tell. I mean, yeah, telling is good, but showing is basis of the movie, which these characters, Lucy Hale and Nate Wolff, they're both damaged, but they're trying to see if they can actually try to survive a relationship if they were to go in one. For example, Nate Wolff character in one of the stories, he was dating an older woman when he was in college, which to me, oh my gosh, trust me, I've dated an older woman twice in my whole life, and I thought it was amazing because anyone can see themselves in the stories. Your first heartbreak, you're dating, if you're dating someone older, during college, in high school, the Romeo and Juliet. For example, Lucy Hale's character Jane, when she was in college, she was dating her professor. So some of you guys, or ladies or guys, have situations or friendships that maybe you dated a boss, or maybe you dated an ex-boss, or your coworker, or maybe someone in school, you know, someone that's like forbidden and scary and not like judgmental material, or like on The Office or something like that. So anyone can see themselves relatable, because everyone's got their first heartbreak. Everyone had to let someone go. Everyone has let someone go. And I'm not even in the terms of marriage, but still, like, I'm still in the dating game now. Like, I was dating someone for a few weeks in December, but it didn't work out. I wasn't feeling it. But anyway, anyone can see themselves young, older, elderly, high school. It doesn't matter what point. If you're getting your first crush, oh my gosh, because that movie even shows us here too. So the movie takes place during 2 days: the beautiful day of the wedding, the night, the morning, and the next day. And they're surprisingly near this lake, and it's a beach, and it's beautiful, and it's sunset. I'm like, so wow. But every time we talk about the stories, it actually goes back in time in terms of the movie format. Like, where, like, is it in the nighttime or in the morning? But most of the time, it's during the day or the nights or wherever these characters are. Now let's talk about the bad, because that movie is not all great. The only thing that's bad, I mean, I wouldn't say the movie is formulaic in terms of the same genre. I mean, yes, they do follow similar themes and tropes. The only thing that was cool and unique, different twist, was the telling of the past histories and traumas, because you can learn a lot by hearing and showing and seeing someone else's past based if they have similarities, if they're the ones being the denominator if the relationship doesn't work. Are they a bad communicator? Do they leave when things get tough? Do they just cheat? Are they not like invested? Do they just want things for sex? So you do hear and see a lot based on past histories. But as much as I love Lucy Hale and Nate Wolff, I love these two characters. These two actors are amazing. I don't, and I'm sorry to say this, I don't think they have the best chemistry with each other. Yes, don't get me wrong. They do have some chemistry, at least for this movie to work, but I don't think it's the best. And I'm just sorry, that's just the way I feel. It didn't seem like, I don't know, it just felt like, okay, this movie is like, they have enough screen tests to just make this movie, so let's just go. So, and I get it, most of the majority is like based on their past histories, but they do have spend a lot of time to each other, talking on the phone, being together, being apart for a little hours, coming back. So I don't think they have the best chemistry. And I'm sorry to say that, yes, Lucy Hale's beyond perfection. She's gorgeous. Oh, Nate Wolff's a handsome devil. I just don't think they're the right fit, but still, it doesn't matter what I think. I mean, the movie's made, it doesn't matter. Now, let's just be objective. On objective basis and critical analysis, I think a lot of people, not just me, I mean, I don't think this, but I think I'm taking my subjectivity out of the film. I do think a lot of people can look at this film and say it's slow, it's boring, because it's a lot of just talking and showing instead of hot, steamy romances. I mean, yes, you do get that, but in small segments of the past history of the relationships that they're talking about. But I did find it because, like I said before, it's a new, different, unique twist, hearing someone else's past instead of just going on multiple dates. It just really depends on what type of person you are, and if you're open to this new character structure with terms of relationships, learning about someone's past. So I guess I don't want to say dictate their future, but still, at the end of the day, I'm gonna give this a C, solid C. I think this is a fine movie, and I would love to see this narrative structure implemented in more romance movies. Of course, Lucy Hale and Nate Wolff are awesome. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. Maybe consider hitting that like button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. And with that, take care. Bye.